pitcher props first. We'll go over to Major League Baseball, go to WNBA, and then go back to my favorite plays of the day, which obviously is a pitcher prop. Pitcher prop. So Kansas City Royals righty Ryan Bergert over 4.5 Ks. Mid-major Matt came on. He gave this out as well. So we both agree. Bergert hasn't faced a high K rate team this season. And now he's getting the Tigers, who average just over 5 strikeouts a game against right-handers. Those starters, 55 overs and just 37 unders this year, with 6 of the last 10 punching out at least 5 Tigers. This number just is very low facing Detroit. So we're going over 4.5 Ks on Ryan Bergert. The next one is Nathan Eovaldi. This one scares me a little bit, under 18.5 outs. I like it because it's just very high. Eovaldi's gone under this in 9 of 10 home games. On 4 days rest this season, Eovaldi is yet to hit 19 outs. 9 of the last 10 right-handers to face the Guardians went under 18.5 outs. The only scary part of this, the bullpen. The Rangers' bullpen's been utilized a lot the last couple of days. Eovaldi's probably going to have to stay in the game as long as they can. It's just a matter of if the Guardians can hit him. So Eovaldi under 18.5 outs just hits way more often than it doesn't. Just are they going to give him a really long leash because of the bullpen? We'll see. Mid-major Matt and I disagreed on Jose Quintana. I really don't love this play at all, but I'm telling you the under 17.5 outs because it's hit in 6 of his 8 home games, 4 of 5 at night. He owns a 4.43 ERA at home, 2.57 on the road. Has a career 4.46 ERA when facing the Giants. For me, it's an under or stay away. I probably just would stay away. Quintana tends to be better at home in his career, just not this year. I just don't trust him. So Jose Quintana, for me, I just would kind of stay away from him tonight. Some hitter props to watch, starting with Geraldo Perdomo to go over his hits, runs, and RBI for Arizona. He's getting the Cincinnati Reds, 9:40 p.m. Eastern time. Perdomo's averaging 2.5 hits, runs, and RBI at home against right-handers, going over in 60% of games in those situations. Perdomo's gone over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI in 7 of his last 10 home games, hitting .324 at Chase Field. He's also hitting .353 since the All-Star break. He's on an absolute tear, so you could look there for Perdomo today. Bryce Terang for Milwaukee. They're hosting the Giants. His over hits, runs, and RBI is pretty juiced at -145, but at home against lefties at night, Terang's averaging 2.3 hits, runs, and RBI. He's gone over 1.5 in 6 of the last 10, 8 of the last 10 against lefties. And lastly, an underrated player, he should be playing tonight for the Dodgers, rookie Alex Freeland over his half a hit, run, and RBI. The book just hasn't caught on yet. He's averaging 1.3 in 19 games this season. Cashed the over in 13 of 19 games. On the road at night against right-handers, Freeland's gone over in 5 of 6 games. So that's an underrated player to look out for tonight in Major League Baseball. I will share the screen and we could go through some. Actually, we're kind of running out of time. So if you would like to see matchups to watch, that's on the propqueen.com newsletter. So go subscribe to the propqueen.com to see matchups to watch for today. In the W, I'm torn between 2 different props in the W for Paige Beckers. Starting with Paige over points tonight. So Paige's points prop tonight is 19.5, and she's averaging 20 points a game when she's at home. She's gone over 19.5 points in 67% of home games, over in 8 of the last 10. Against the Storm in the last 10, 63% of guards have gone over their points prop. The Storm have allowed the 3rd most points per game in the last 10 and the 3rd most rebounds per game this season, which is why I also was looking at Paige Beckers to go over her points plus rebounds. She's gone over this, averaging 24 points and rebounds at home this year, over in 58% of games, 6 of the last 10. 83% of guards to face the Storm in the last 10 games have gone over their points plus rebounds prop. So it's either over points, or if you want to fade the Storm because they've been bad on the boards as well, you can do that. 83% of guards have gone over their points and rebounds in the last 10 games against Seattle. One more play in the W, Natasha Howard. I am fading her tonight, her points, rebounds, and assists. She's getting the best defense in the league in the Lynx, and Howard's putting up an average of just over 18 points, rebounds, and assists at home this year. She's only gone over the prop 33% of games when they're in Indiana. And the Lynx They've limited opponents to the least amount of points per game. In the last 10 games, 67% of forwards have gone under their points plus rebounds prop against the Lynx. And Howard's had a couple of great games against the Lynx so far, like back-to-back has gone over this. Like, we're due to regress to the mean. Natasha Howard under her points, rebounds, and assists tonight. I actually like those WNBA plays a lot. I'll never make it a royal lock because I can't deem myself like a specialist yet in the W, but I will tell you that those two I really like tonight in the WNBA. Paige Becker's overs and Natasha Howard unders. I'm keeping track of how I do in the WNBA this year, and then this way I'll know if like next year I'm good at it or not, but I'm just like trying to make sure that these WNBA bets are cashing. It's my first season handicapping it on my own. So I really like those two, just based on what I've seen, based on the opponents and how they've struggled against points and rebounds, or how they've excelled against them. Like Minnesota's been a great defense all year. So Natasha Howard unders, Paige Becker's overs. So now let's just go to Royal Luck. Royal Lock of the day is what Mid-Major Matt and I agreed upon, which is Ryan Bergert to go over his 4.5 strikeouts tonight. Bergert has not seen a high K rate lineup like the Tigers yet this season. The Tigers are averaging just over 5 strikeouts a game against righties, 55 overs, 37 unders when facing the Tigers this year. 6 of the last 10 righties went over 4.5 strikeouts against Detroit. Bergert over 4.5 strikeouts, the most strikeout prone lineup he's seen all season. Let's go. 5 Ks or more for Ryan Bergert tonight. Premier Lacrosse going to be starting tomorrow. The playoffs will begin. I do actually have a Premier Lacrosse prop for you. So Rob Pannell of Maryland over 2.5 points at plus 118. Wait, hold on. Yeah, at plus 118. He's coming off a 4-point game to get the Whips into the playoffs. He's way more aggressive in that game than he's been all year. Feels like the last ride kind of vibes for a future Hall of Famer, expecting his effort to be at an all-time high. He's playing against a team whose biggest downfall has been not figuring it out in the net and defensively. So Rob Pannell over 2.5 points at plus 110 on FanDuel is the Premier Lacrosse play of tomorrow for the playoffs. Thanks, everybody, for tuning into the Prop Queen Pod today and this week. I hope that you enjoyed watching me get taken out on the sidelines by a high school football player back in 2017. If you missed it or any of the show, you go to the Prop Queen Sports YouTube page. You could subscribe, like, see anything that you missed. I cut up all the videos, too, and all the interviews. So if you just want to see a particular person's interviews, they are clipped on the YouTube page, so you don't need to watch the full show back. You could just watch each person's individual interviews and see their picks. I'm going to put in the propqueen.com newsletter for tomorrow's newsletter all the picks from our college football analysts from this week, Ben Stevens, Mid-Major Matt, Stormy Vanantoni. I'm going to put them all in the Prop Queen newsletter for tomorrow. This way you can get not only all their picks, but you can also see, I'm going to attach their video interviews to the newsletter, so you can then go and watch their interviews if you want any more information on the picks that they gave out. thepropqueen.com, subscribe to the newsletter, or just go to the YouTube page at Prop Queen Sports, subscribe there and get everything for free. For the Prop Queen, Ariel Epstein, I'm signing off for the week. I'm going to Boston this weekend, leaving tomorrow in my hopefully air-conditioned car, thanks to Nissan. I will be back Monday in time for the Prop Queen pod, so see you guys then. Good luck with your bets.